Hello, welcome to the Women's Ministry Training. I'm Laura Crocus, the founder of missionalwomen.com, and my husband and I have been doing full-time ministry since 2002. So that is a long time to be doing women's ministry. And in this series, in these videos, I want to help you and better equip you to do women's ministry as well. So an overview of what I'm going to talk about in these videos is we're going to talk about the three main parts of women's ministry: evangelism, discipleship, and multiplication. And I'm going to break each one of those down into what is it, how do you do it, and some tips and resources and ideas to help you in each one of those parts. But first, let me show you a visual of what this looks like. Okay, this is called the ministry flow diagram. So basically, it's those three parts broken down into a diagram and to look like a funnel, all right? So here's our funnel here. Oh, there you go. Okay, kind of a crooked funnel, but hey, that's fine, right? In the top of the funnel, you need to meet people before we can actually make disciples, because that's what women's ministry is ultimately you want to make disciples, multiplying disciples that will then make disciples that will continue on, because that's going to have the biggest impact for eternity, is people who are able to multiply and make other disciples. Otherwise, you're just going to have like a group and not really make an impact, not really shake the gates of heaven, just kind of get a group. And that's called the gag mentality, get a group. So you don't want to just get a group. You actually want to be part of the Great Commission of making disciples, because that's what God has called us to, right? Making disciples in the Great Commission, Matthew 28. So before you can make any disciples, you have to meet people. And then this big part of the funnel here is evangelism. So basically, this big part is evangelism, and then once people do come to Christ, you want to disciple them. So this narrow part, because there's less people that you're actually going to be discipling, and that narrow part is discipleship. And then you want to help train them on how to do this. So this will be breaking down more each section I'm going to go through. But just so you know, so this is oftentimes where events fit. All right, so whenever you have a women's ministry event, it is in the context of being able to meet people to see where they're at with Jesus, to then be able to help them grow in their faith and help them walk by faith, communicate their faith, and multiply their faith. And so this is ultimately what we're going to be doing in this video series. Is we're going to break down the three parts of the Great Commission: evangelism, discipleship, and multiplication. So I so look forward to this time with you. Make sure you have your workbook ready, and you can then be filling stuff out at the end of each one of these videos. All right, let's do this.